It's towards the end of the season, and that means it's time to look at which players you want to buy for next season. Today, we are looking at the influence of money in football. We've seen over the years, from sponsorship deals to broadcasting rights to the massive amounts of money that clubs pay to each other for the transfer of players. Has football become more of a business rather than just a game? A warm welcome. This is the Football Corner, and mina ngubongani Dlamini. That's what we are looking at today on the Football Corner, the influence of money in football. And Shenge is joining me. Shenge, nice to have you.
Many thanks, Baba.
I just couldn't the issue of money in football. Is it good or bad for football?
It depends on how you look at it. You know, imali. You know, some of us are here, it's funny imali. You know, so the issue of money in football, it's for business and it's for uplifting the sports on its own. You know, so we've seen more especially in Europe, you know, the exchange of money. It's ridiculous that side. You know. People are sporting clubs and then they're going for them, especially in your Buthelezi Premiership, you know. So yeah, I think it's a two-way street. You know, it's for business and for upliftment of the sport.
But then here's the thing: if you look at the English Premier League, let's just say about 10 years ago, 2008 or even before that, it was more competitive. But now you look at what is happening this season. Credit to Pep Guardiola and what he's doing at Manchester City, but there's no competition at all. Is it because of how they spent and all the players that they got?
Well, I would think it's not about that, but the money that City have, they are able to spot the talented players. You know, they can spot any talent they want, they can get. You know, but it also lies on the next team who's selling, if they're willing to let go of the player.
Exactly, because if you talk about that, the small teams have to sell their best players to the big teams in order for them to survive.
And now they can't compete because the teams that have got the money, they challenge them with their own players. And now they only have their revenues. Yes, they've got the money, they made the money from the player that they sold. But now squad sub, it's no longer strong enough to withstand.
Because they sold their best.
Yes.
And then here's what I want to know from you and our viewers as well is, does the amount of money that you spend in the transfer markets determine success on the pitch? We've seen it with PSG. They've spent probably close to $1 billion right now just on the acquisition of players. We've seen your Manchester Cities, your Real Madrids, all these other clubs. But does the amount of money that you spend in the transfer market determine how successful you're going to be as a team?
It does, because I would like to speak about City. You know, they are doing amazing things. You know, they didn't only spend money with the players that they've bought. They spend money with their manager. And also it makes me ask myself a question whereby, how would you feel if you are a manager of a big team and uzotola a player who's a star player? What does that say? Doesn't it bring problems within the team? Because I'm the head coach. I'm the one who plans for a match for a Wednesday match. I'm the one who plans for a derby game on Saturday. But now a player who I tell to play in this position, it also brings that problem. But now, as I'm sticking to City, you know, City, they spotted Guardiola from Barcelona. Bambu, you know, this person will take this team to the next level. You know, because if you were reading the papers, he was supposed to come to City before he went to Bayern Munich, but he went to Bayern Munich to satisfy Woodney. You know, he's achieved a lot of things in certain leagues, and now he's there.
So let me just bring in the viewers quickly here. Not only just Manchester City fans, Chelsea fans as well. Everyone basically is that. Do you think that you have to spend a lot to win trophies? What happened to winning just purely based on football? Just being a good footballing team like Leicester did in 2016. Are you telling me that because of what money is doing right now in football, does that mean we'll never see anything like that ever again?
We will. Like you've seen it in France with Monaco. Monaco,
but they had to spend.
They had to spend also, but they shown Uti they can try and compete with the likes of PSG before they were being bought by these guys from Abu Dhabi also, you know, because these Abu Dhabi guys know they are all over. So I believe if a team stick to their game plan and you nurture the talent and stand their foot foot down and say no, we're not selling for a certain time. We want to achieve 1 and 2 and 3. Even though these teams they come knocking, you must just say no. We are keeping our talent players and find a way. Now come down these boys because now you are hearing Chelsea's calling. You know, now Banekandil cool and thinking, I want that slice of a cheese. I want to be known what I was playing for Chelsea.
That's true. Let's not only talk about the money that goes on Goma transfers and everything. I'm glad that you actually touched on the issue of wages. Obviously, Alexis Sanchez made that massive move from Arsenal to Manchester United, and after that, it was reported that he'll be earning around £500,000 a week.
Imagine.
How does that affect the team as a whole, the dressing room? How does it affect it? Because obviously, if Alexis Sanchez comes in and he finds a Paul Pogba in the changing room, a guy that is full of himself, he's got a huge ego. How does that make Paul Pogba feel? Because he's thinking, this guy just got here and already he's earning about £500,000.
Yeah, he hasn't kicked a ball.
Yes. And yet here I am. I've been with this club for about 2 seasons now, and I don't even earn half of what this guy is getting. How does that affect the changing room?
It affects the changing room gakulu. And I like your example, but I would go for players like, you know, Rashford, your Rashford, your Lingard. I would focus on those boys because they are promising talent and they are very good. For me, they should have said they are signing them down for a new contract with a new wage and a new whatever endorsement deals but they should have sat with those players and invest that money on them rather than taking somewhere from another club and bringing him here. Because what are you saying to us, the people who are wearing the shirt, who are sweating each and every game? You bring someone uzokhona ukusidlula akakasivezi nona ukuthi he will fit. Does he know the system of the team that you're bringing him in? You know, so it raises those questions. Which sometimes they just sign, you know, and
because it's a big
name. It's a big name. You know, sometimes names they don't make a team.
That's true.
That is why Barcelona got rid of Ronaldinho. That is why they got rid of Eto'o. That is why Deco was also sent out because of. You know, that personality that they have in the dressing room, affect all these team. Guys. Yes.
Quickly, the president of UEFA went out and said that they should do something and intervene to make sure that clubs don't spend as much as they can, because all the big boys are getting all the players that they want, and that limits what? Competition in football, which is what we are seeing right now in England. Do you think that FIFA, UEFA, CAF, all these football bodies, do you think that they should intervene and limit the spending?
They should, but it will happen, I don't know when, because mind you, in as much as they've said they will have these relocations against teams that are spending X amount of which they must spend a certain amount, you know. So let's say PSG comes, one of the top dogs of UEFA, and say, it's our tool. I'm talking about money here. I'm
actually glad that you said that, but if we say you limit a team to not exceeding a certain amount of money, that in a way kills the smaller clubs that need that money in a way. There's financial fair play that is in place as far as UEFA is concerned, but it's not really something that they use. But my last question to you and our viewers as well, because we'll obviously want to hear your opinions and what you have to say with regards to this matter, is money good for football? That's my question. Is it good?
Yes, money is good for football because we need money to feed our families and for the food. Because remember, le mali maingena, even the standard is good. When you compare the standard football is at now, it's world class, man. You know, it's because of money. If you know ukuthi you uzohola ngeviki, uzoshaya ama-goal, or if bazokutshela ukuthi each and every game once you score you'll have a goal bonus for every goal that you score, uzodlala, and you'll try by all means when you find yourself in that 18 area, or you are a midfielder for ama-assistants wakho, you'll get a pay raise. Uplift, I believe, with money, either way, but money is needed in football, but not these ridiculous figures that we see. No, it's too much. For abo Paul Pogba ndoda bazo keep imali ngakulukaku.
Well, that is what he has to say. He says money is good for football. What do you have to say? Let us know what you think. We'd be happy to read your comments below. And of course, we enjoy that engagement with you. But from myself, Bongani, Dlamini, no Shenge. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.